Good morning, everyone. My name is Ruhini. I'm from Statworks. I'm the CTO. This morning, the webinar is on introducing a new knowledge management solution, which also includes referencing, writing, and publishing, known as Citavi. Okay, before I go into the demo of the solution itself, we will just go through presentation slides detailing out some of the features and benefits of Citavi. If you all have any questions when I'm doing my presentation or demo, please stop and ask. We can keep this informal. Okay, a bit on Statworks Group. We've been around since 2000. Our forte is actually in analytics. We are the authorized distributor for NVivo, the qualitative text analytics solution, which is the leading #1 solution in the world, actually, when it comes to text analytics. So Citavi is also from the same principle, QSR, and hence why we have gone into this part of solution, because it's an add-on to whatever you're doing in regards to qualitative research analytics as well. So as you can see, our key markets, in various industry, we have a solution ranging from analytic all the way to GIS, of course, now machine learning, AI, and so forth. We do the full implementation from selling the solution, customizing, developing solution, training, support, consulting, and so forth. So QSR right now is the #1 provider for qualitative data analytics, right? And now they have included in part of their solution, Citavi, which is a knowledge management solution. Okay, so what we know of in regards to the challenges, right, of writing and publishing, okay, from student to professor, and if you have a project team as well, basically you are looking at how do you write in a scholarly way, right, in regards to all your, in regards to your research paper or publication paper and so forth, right? So there must be a standard process to it, as well as including references, right, citation, bibliography, and so forth. So on regards to the professors, right, you have papers that you need to publish per year, or depending on your terms and so forth, right? So the more papers it needs to take to publish, right, it takes time in order to go through your literatures, add-on attachments, whatever that you need to do in order to do the analysis and so forth. So you will need tools in order to be able to search, look at referencing and publishing as well. So Citavi comes in order to address this from student to professor and also project teams. Because we have a version which is on the web, where people can collaborate and do in regards to when you have projects and so forth, you're able to collaborate all the literatures, your research work, whatever references, materials, and so forth. So this is the main idea for Citavi. Right, in regards to what we will look at is there are reference solution out there in the market like EndNote, Zotero, and so forth, but they just do in regards to referencing, right? But what Citavi is doing is it's doing based on, it's able to search, it's able to analyze, put in outlines, categorize, whatever it's able to do, and make it possible for you to write more effectively, as well as in a shorter period of time. So that's what we are looking at as well. Okay, so this few of the things. So it can bring in from different sources. Once I go into the presentation itself, you'll be able to look at that. Okay, so this main thing, when you're searching, you can search based on database, other reference management solution. You can bring in information, websites, PDF documents, databases, and so forth. Okay, in Citavi, there is more than 4,000 over databases, online databases. You can add on to that. And references and full text, right? Different types of references. We have about 35 different types of references that you can bring in, from audio, video, documents, journals, books, whatever is necessary. Then you have your quotes and comments that you are able to look at it, bring it in order to analyze. You can do an outline of your paper in Citavi itself, and then you can write the paper based on your citations and bibliography. Okay, so basically what we are looking at is it's a knowledge management solution. We don't call it just as a reference management because it's able to do search, it's able to, how do you say, put in your knowledge, right? Put in certain tasks inside as well. It's able to define whatever that you have, right, in a proper form and so forth. So this is in regards to how we go about it, right? In regards to, it's like a reference management. You have pre-writing, writing, you can collaborate, you can publish. So all this comes where Citavi is able to fulfill. So in regards to finding the resources, we can bring in based on different types of sources, import in. You have a knowledge organizer, you can organize all your materials and so forth, which ties into your task as well. We have a word integration as well. It's called Citavi Assistant. That means in Microsoft Word, I can open up Citavi so that I'll be able to use the information from Citavi in my Word document itself. I don't need to go from one solution to the other. So in regards to collaboration, we have under Citavi Web and the Citavi DB server, these are different license. They also have a Citavi desktop, but desktop, you are not able to collaborate like real time kind of thing because it's not shared, right? It's on your desktop itself, but you can save information. You can pass the project on to another person who has a desktop. But in regards to the Citavi Web, and the DB server, right? You are able to look at this because you are able to collaborate, share the projects with, teams and so forth. So you might have, two or three people in your team working on the same project. So this will be able to go into that. Okay, so these are the main features of Citavi. Okay, so basically it has a reference editor. Like I told you, you have 35 reference types to handle all your references. It has a knowledge organizer with the search engine. So you manage all your collected knowledge, right? So it has about 4,600 library catalogs, right, that you can pick. And then also you're able to go to any website and so forth. And we call that as a Citavi picker. It's an additional add-on. All this comes when you purchase Citavi. Okay, it's not it's not like separate pricing or licensing. It comes together. So with the Citavi picker, which is actually it's an extension on your different type of web browser, from Firefox to Chrome to IE, even your Adobe Acrobat and Reader will have it, right? Where you can add on web pages and PDF documents to your project. Then the last part is the task planner, where you, it's kind of like a reminder what you need to do next. If I need to borrow something, these are the details that I need to put in and so forth. So it's like a task calendar that keeps track of what you need to do in regards to your reference materials. Okay, so this is some of the screenshot. So as you can see, the screenshot I'm showing is actually from the Citavi desktop. So the Citavi desktop looks very much similar to the Citavi web. It's just on the web, you have the collaboration and so forth. So that's the additional part of on the web part of it. Okay, so you can bring in different forms of files in regards to the different types of formats, right? Bibliography formats, even EndNote. If you are using EndNote right now, you can bring in whatever that you have done in EndNote into Citavi as well, right? And then you can also add on journals, articles, PDF document, audio, video, whatever that you need to as well. Everything is possible in the reference editor. This is in regards to when you search, right, for the different sources. So as I said, they have about 4,600 databases, right, from research to university to national, different types of data sources. Then you can put in based on what you want to look at, search terms, right, or author, right. All fields is basically like keywords and things like that. In the article itself, you can go in because it has an NLP technology incorporated, so you can actually go and search based on your terms. And you can put in a range and title if you need to, and this is added on as well. Okay, so you can download the text information and so forth based on all the different data sources. Of course, maybe there are some data, sites that you all have subscribed to and so forth, which is not in here. Then you can actually add on that as well. It's possible, but of course you need to have the subscription for it and so forth. So this is where you can actually download your full text for the journal articles for the project. Okay, so this is in regards to the task. So it tells you the due date, what is the status, what you need to do. You have to look at important tasks. You can indicate project tasks, current tasks. So it can be a combination that you can keep track of, right? So this is mainly for those, it's very useful for those who are doing research papers. And they need to see what they need to do next and so forth, so they can actually keep, it's like a calendar kind of thing, right? Able to assign. And if, let's say, if you are in a project and there's sort of quite a number of team members, this actually keeps track because it shows the task is assigned to who as well. Okay. This is in regards to what you need to do in working with your sources. It's like more of the analysis kind of thing. So you can indicate, right, what you want to bring it in order to make, quotations or comments or whatever that you need to in Citavi itself. Knowledge organizer comes in where you can put in different types of categories, different types of keywords. You can put like a table of content or outline that you need to do, and you can attach whatever the different articles and what you're looking at into these different types of outline that you have indicated. Okay, so the last part is they also have, Citavi also have citation styles. So based on this is on your word add-in. So under word add-in, right, you need to go in and add in this part of it is called the Citavi assistant. So once it has been done, you can actually open, like you can see there is a Citavi folder that comes inside your Microsoft Word, and you're able to open up the Citavi information inside the Word document in order for you to publish whatever that you need to do using Word as well. Okay, this last one is the Citavi Pickers. This is the one that I was talking to you all about. So it's an extension that you have to install because they have different installers for the different web browsers. So once you have installed it, every time you open up a web browser, it will come out at the site there. This is the Citavi logo, kind of like icon, right? So once this is added inside, then you can actually highlight whether you want to add this as a reference, quotation, abstract, even table of contents, keyword, or add web page as a reference or whatever that you need to the whole thing. So you can indicate what is needed in order to bring it in as well. Okay, so yeah, so this is in regards to the collaboration part of it, where we have a version for Citavi on the web, where you are able to share based on the cloud. But there's also a version called DB Server, which is for very big, huge projects. So we have this being purchased by pharmaceutical companies who do a lot of search and references and things like that with regards to whatever research projects they are doing. So they tend to buy this because everything is on their server and they're able to manage this much better. Okay. Okay, so what is the benefit of Citavi? Basically all this, right? You can search for it, you can keep track of the tasks. Everything is in one place, right? There is no risk of, basically you lessen the risk of plagiarism, right? You can streamline, you can collaborate, and you're able to publish this faster. So this in regards to the education institution, this is what Citavi will do, right? You are able to manage your contents. It's actually a very good solution. We are also proposing to the libraries of the university, because if it becomes a part of, Citavi becomes part of a solution for part of the library of the institution, right? Then everyone who wants to search for something, they can actually be using Citavi in order to access all the materials in the library and so forth. Everything, of course, online, right? Then it makes sure there is also security, there's also privacy. Everything will be based on who is accessing and what is needed as well. So this is possible as well in Citavi. Okay, so under this, like I said, there is a Citavi desktop that's only for Windows. Unfortunately, we don't have it yet for Mac. But the Citavi web, you can have, of course, because it's using a web browser, so it can be opened up in both Mac and Windows, right? Then, of course, the DB server is for very huge projects, right? Or big companies who have a lot of this research or projects going on, and they would want on-premise, right? Where they can still do collaboration and so forth, but it's on-premise, it's not on the cloud. Okay, so this is some of the community. You can connect with fellow researchers who are using Citavi, right? So this is free. You can actually join based on whatever it is on the forum. So everyone discuss with regards to this and so forth. Okay, I'm going to go to the demo. Any questions on this? Sorry, I'm just checking the chat. Okay, I will stop sharing and then we will go into Citavi itself. Okay, hold on, let me just share my screen. Everyone able to view my screen? Citavi web, I'm using the web version.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the main screen for Citavi. Okay, I've already logged in. Okay, there will be a username password that is given. You have of course, different languages, you know, but of course, here we will only tend to use English. They will keep on adding additional other languages as well. Sorry. Okay, I think there was a question on plagiarism, right? How it reduces. Okay, basically based on, I think Dr. Ong, right? Okay, let me just explain a bit. Okay, what it does is because there are 4,600 over databases already there. And based on this, right, when you connect to this, it actually attaches different kinds of documents, you know, whether journal articles and so forth. And it will actually list down, you can search for different types of documents or journals, and you list down all those that is available. So you are able to see based on it. So in regards to when someone publishes a new work or so forth, and if certain things are selected, right, because you can actually see the full article and so forth, and it can indicate based on this, you are able to see there are certain things that it's being repeated and so forth. So that's basically within Citavi itself, because we can look at based on the contents, quotes, comments, and so forth. So you'll be able to see. So let's say if the students are doing based on certain, you know, theses and so forth, and they are actually putting some of the details inside. Then you can check against the articles of whatever they have quoted based on this, and if they have taken exactly what is written, and you're able to see it as well. So that's what we mean in regards to plagiarism. It's not foolproof yet, but this is one of the methods that some of the universities using in order to make sure that no one is actually taking a word by word in regards to whatever is needed in their thesis or publication papers. Does that answer your question, Dr. Ong? Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, so okay, I will continue. If anyone else any further question, please do ask. You can put it up in the chat. I will be checking the chat as we go along. If not, you can just stop me in between. It's not a problem. Okay. Okay, so this is the Citavi web. So it shows you based on the project, right? Okay. In regards to the Citavi web, right, when we create a new project, this is what we have based on it. This new project, it is actually saved to a cloud. Okay, it's a cloud data center. It's actually using Azure, a Microsoft basically, and it's based currently, there's 2 places, Singapore and also Germany. Okay, so this is what it is doing currently. But the Citavi desktop, basically you can save your project locally or on the cloud. So you have that option, right? Or anywhere else. Whereas for this, it's this is saved on the cloud with regards to the web. But there is if let's say, for instance, in the next version or so forth, they will come out even under the Citavi web, that you can indicate that it will be safe to a local drive and so forth. So you still have that option as well. Okay, so I will just create a new project. I'll just say demo project. Okay, you can put different project colors. It doesn't mean anything here. It's just maybe for you to keep track. Maybe there are some projects that you're doing is based on a team project. Some is on your own and so forth. So this is in regards to the project colors as well. So you are able to do this, you know, choose in regards to that. You can put in a description, right? And so forth in regards to this. Wait, I'm just checking any chance. Okay, so once this is saved, so it's creating the project. Okay, so this project is created. This add-ins and settings is where the different settings are. So you have the word assistant in your Word document, you can put in a Citavi picker, right? There are some RSS feeds that if you have subscription, then you can actually indicate here and add in, and those things you are able to search in the RSS feed as well. This is in regards to the citation part of it, right? So they have all this, right? Key support based on the citation as well. So this is also possible, choosing which type of key support that you want in regards to your citation. So this is in the add-ins and settings. Okay, so I'll go to projects back again. There will be news. This is only for the Citavi web. There'll be new news coming from QSR. With regards to what's new, more updates, you know, additional things and all this, some queries on Citavi itself. So this is news that comes in as and when, but this is not available when you launch the desktop. This is just on the web part of it. Okay, so I will, in regards to this, I will open up my demo project. I think I'm going into, wait, hold on. I'm going to stop sharing the screen because this went into, unless you all can view. Are you all able to view the demo project?
Yeah, madam, the view I have right now is a browser.
I know it's a browser, but can you see the demo project, or is it still the Citavi web?
Yeah, I can see the demo project window.
Yes. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. Everyone can see the demo project?
Yes, can.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, so this is in regards to when once it has gone in, right, then you can import in the reference. It can be any PDF. It can even be with regards to ISBN number, right, or DOI or whatever. You can do an online search. You have text files as well from different maybe other bibliography softwares that you have exported, and it comes in a text file, right? Add other reference management. This is like Zotero, EndNote, and so forth. You can also add books, journal articles. There are also additional reference types. So these are the 35 different reference types that you can add on as well. Okay, so the one that is bolded is basically they have said that I have used this, right? Already used, right? Appear in bold. But let's say I have not used a certain one, even like patent, news agency report, right? Software, whatever that you want to add on is possible in the reference type. Okay. So what we will do here is so this is like the plus sign, right? You go into upload. So let me just upload a PDF first. So I can drag and drop the PDF, or I can click on search. Okay, I'm just going in based on, so it's importing it in. Okay, so once it imports in, right, it gives you this information, as you all can see. Okay, so it tells you the detail of the reference, right, its report and so forth, who are the authors, right, the title, all this is filled in based on, I just brought in based on a PDF document, that's it, right, date, year, if there is an online address, you can click on this, it will actually take you to the site, right? You have certain notes and so forth as well. Like this part, in regards to notes, it's actually shows you based on the different details you can add on to the notes and so forth. If there's nothing, then it goes back based on this. If you want to change the reference type, you can change it as well. If not, it's fine. So these, whatever that is highlighted, those are like additional things that you can add on. So even authors, right now it has this 3 authors. Let's say you have additional, you want to enter a new name and so forth, you can actually enter the new name inside here. So this goes in, you can put in the last name, first name, and add it. So once that is done, it'll be a plus, a check. So you check that and that will appear here, and then you can move it here to say that you want this to be part of the authors as well. So these are few of the things that is possible within these Citavi. So under reference, so this is basically your metadata. So it looks at based on your metadata itself. Then you have your content. So it loads in things like, okay, so if there's an abstract already there, then it fills it up. If there's no additional things like category, keywords, groups, table of contents, then you can create this, right? This is possible. You can add on to it where you can look at the categories, right? Based on the categories, you can plus a category, you can put in a new category, you can just say, just put in okay or something, right? So once this is there, okay, based on this, so this is one part of the category. So you have this option as well. You can actually put in based on this category, and this is what you'll have. So it have the economic category here. So you can add on. So if you want keywords, same thing. You can put in certain keywords for it, whatever that you want to do, right? Price or something, doesn't matter. I'm just putting it in. So once you have this, you press okay, so then you actually have that. So you can base it on this, because when you search for it, you can base on this, all these different types of searches. So this is where the keywords come in. Groups as well, you can group it. Okay, these are all the different groups as well. So it's up to you. You want to put a certain notes on the groups of that you created so that you know what has been done. So these are all different way of it being indicated as well. Okay. So this is what we have. We also have with regards to quotations. That is when you actually look based on the article itself. I'll go into this later. Then you have the last part, which comes in based on your task. So under the task part, you can indicate whether these are some of the tasks already like pre-tasks, right? Already there for you to select. But if you want additional new tasks that is already not here, then you can add on the task as well. And you can indicate what is needed in regards to this. So you can key in your own task and say reminder, notes or something, right? So this is possible. You can put in the due date for it, which is maybe this date, and how important it is in regards to the detail. If it's high, medium is this is low, and the status, whether this is started, not started, and so forth. So based on this, you can actually save it. So it actually has this under the task. Okay, so same thing goes. So this is one reference, right? I can add on based on an ISBN number as well. So if you have the ISBN number, this is quite neat, where you can search. This is where it's going to go and search all the databases of whatever it is there. So this is what you have right now. It is searching based on these 3 data sources, but you can change with regard. So it already found this, right? But you can change the catalogs of the data source. So far, this is default. It actually puts in based on default, but you can add on and you can, search for certain data sources based on it, and you can see the results come out. Then you can add on this data source, and you can even go, okay, PubMed, I want only for certain countries or region. I don't want everything and only based on certain subject areas. So you can actually do that. I'm not going to check this because this will take some time to put it in. But this is what you can do. So this is what you have. So this part of it with regards to the ISBN number, Okay, so this is what it found, okay, based on the author. So I will say apply the selection, and this is going to come in as well. Okay, so once this comes in, okay, hold on now, let me switch this off. So this notifications do come in as we go along. So you can look based on this. So this automatically it will bring in, right? And all the metadata, if it is there in the system, then everything will be filled in as well. Okay, so you can see based on in regards, so there are certain keywords already appearing here, which is part of this book, right? Of course, no quotations based on it, and of course your tasks, but these are all possible with regards to the information. You can also do kind of like online search, right? So this is based on the different information. So I can say maybe I put based on New York Library. So sometimes you don't want to put all years because it will, you know, bring up a lot of things. It will say it's too huge. So you try to refine your search as well. So I can say based on this, let me see if I can put in the author is always based on, let me see, let's see, I'm not sure if the person is here. Let's indicate. Okay, so there was something based on this. So so this is how you go about it. So it looks at based on the reference. Of course, you can have more catalogs and you can search based on this information as well. I think it's still searching. Okay, so you have add based on it. So you'll be adding based on the information. So it is importing this as well. So this is the information, right, with regards to journal article, right, organization, series, of course, the citation keys as well. With regards to some form of abstract is possible as well in this. So anytime you feel like you want to delete, there's also an option for deleting purpose as well. You can put based on, you know, a circle flag. This is kind of like, okay, this is important, this is not, and so forth. You can even export out like this first one. There is kind of like a PDF document as well with regards to the defined, because we attached based on the PDF document itself. So I can actually open the PDF document by going to the next part. Initially, I was under reference, but this is going to be text where it will actually show you the PDF document as well. So there are about 157 pages. Based on the setting, I say I want it to go page by page, and I can make this bigger, right? You can make this smaller as well. This is what you will have with regards to this, and you can able to see the different information as well. Of course, I think this was already highlighted, but based on the details of this, you can actually go to the next page, so forth. Okay, so it has now this part of it under text part is where you will have the different types of comments coming in. That means you have like a direct quotation, you have indirect, you have summary, you have comments. So depending on what you're looking at, you are able to actually indicate this is what that you all are looking at as well. So the different color purpose, right, based on the information actually tell you with regards to what type. That means based on the fact, is it a direct quote, comment, and so forth that you're looking at. I think someone is coming in as well. Okay, so so in this part of it, you know, I can go in here, right? I can like highlight what is necessary needed, and it actually puts in the cause statement. You want to put in a text, you can actually put in text. You can put page range as well. What will be the range? Is there a margin number section and so forth? You can select. You can put in your keywords based on this. So these are all like different keywords that's already there based on it. So you can actually indicate, okay, this is what I want based on the keyword, and those part of it will come in as well. Okay. So the same thing, you go in, you can also highlight based on this, right? This one is more of highlighting what you think is important, right? So later on, you want to come back and re-look back at certain of these things. That's the yellow one. The one on the red is just based on you already saving it as a knowledge item. It actually comes in based on it, and you can save it, and you actually have this as well. So these are the few of the things. You can have certain attachment, you know, online address edit or upload file, or even certain internet based on this document as well. So all this is possible. You can actually put in based on the details as well, you know, what you need to write, so forth. If you want to edit certain of the keywords, you can also do that. You can put in some of the categories, you can add in the categories as well. So all this, everything which is highlighted in blue, it's additional things that you can add on, or if you don't want to do based on this. So in this part, the text, you can indicate whatever that you need to as well based on it. So this will come out, certain part will come out as the core statement. Okay, you can italic, bold, whatever it is there, numbered list, you want to put based on bullet, all this is possible as well. Okay, any questions on this? Okay. Okay, so this is on the text part of it, where you can also based on go in based on, you know, for table of contents and so forth, what you want to write based on the table of contents, you can actually key in as well what will be the table of contents in here as well. So this is possible, everything within the text information of this part. Okay, so let me go back to my reference. Okay, this one is the reference management solution. So if you have EndNote, Mendeley, or you know, any four of this, then you are able to bring it in. You can import in or drag and drop the save file. So it must be a standard save file, right, from all this, and you can actually bring in that library which is already been done as well in order to do certain additional things that is not possible in this reference management tools. Okay, I'll go to the knowledge part. Okay, so this is where the knowledge part is, where you're looking at, you know, different keywords possible with regards to all these details. So this is where you can insert new thoughts with regards to whatever that you want, right? So all this is in the knowledge part of it. So this part of it, you can add on. You can insert subheading, you can attach comments, whatever that you need as well. So this is additional thing. That means you want to go in and do certain explanation on your keywords, you are able to go more detailed. So you can either insert, right, put in the information based on this, or you can attach some of the comments as well. It's possible. Okay, let me look back at okay, so they have three parts here. One which is the categories, your keyword, and your groups. The group is it's useful because you are able to put in, maybe you have different groups, it's for the same project, but you have different groups, and you'll be able to identify based on the group. So when you search for it, it becomes easier. Okay, so this is on the knowledge part. Then the last part is where the task comes in, right? So we did based on one task based on it, but you have all the different tasks that you can indicate as well. And it will actually indicate which part of the task is for which. So it depends on what you're looking at. So usually what we do best is we go back to the reference. So each of the reference will come based on the task. So it is easier for you to indicate what would be the task for each of the reference. So it's an easier way. That means these tasks are referring to this reference. So it ties it easier into this. So this part of it, when you go in, this is where you'll do, okay, let's say I want to do a discussion based on this information here, right? So I look at this, then I have same thing. I can even assign it to someone. So right now I only have based on my name only, but I can add in members. I can actually go here. This is my team option. So if I'm the owner for this demo project, but if I have someone else, let's say I have another person that I want to call in, I can say, okay, this could be an author that can make change to the project, right? Or reader or project leader. So I can actually put in based on this and I can invite. So the email will go to that person and that person will need to accept. And once it accepts, then it will be confirmed. So this is how it works as well with regards to the team option. So here, currently, because it's not accepted, but if once it accepts, then you actually will have different team members' names. So you can assign who the team member is going to be and so forth. So if this is the case, based on this, you can add on your notes or whatever that you need to as well. You can give based on a calendar date, right? All this is possible, and then you just save it. So you actually have 4 different parts of it. So the same thing goes where we can add in, say, for instance, if I have a particular site, right, where I can add in based on, okay, additional reference site, which is I'm looking at based on, okay, audio or video document based on this, and I can go inside this, right? So I can put in based on where I want it to be based on the detail of the person, whatever. So this is like you are putting it based on what is needed, but you can actually go to the online information here. Say I have this particular online information. I can go in here, I can paste this, and this is what it will be based on the thing. Okay, so I already have this and I can add in, you know, based on the author, you know, I can say this is New York Times, right? So some information, the metadata is not available. So then you have the opportunity to put in based on your title, subtitle, whatever if you need, based on director, whatever, all the details are there. Right? If you want to put in certain attachment as well, you can put in, you can indicate when is the access date, so forth, all these additional fields. There are some customs field that you feel that whatever that they have given based on this metadata is not enough, then you can add on those customs field as well. It's up to you how you want to do. So here, based on it, you can name the custom field. Maybe I want additional information which is not there in the standard metadata or the reference here that Citavi is showing, and you can add in as well. So it's extendable in the sense of that you can define how you want it to be as well. Okay, so same thing, content, quotations, everything will go based on this detail as well. Okay, I will go into one of the website to show you all the Citavi picker. Is there any questions so far? Are you all able to view this? It's under sciencedirect.com. Are you all able to view my screen?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so this one, so based on this, whenever I open up a new, this is in Chrome. So whenever I open up a new, say for instance, a new tab in Chrome, then I can actually see based on this. This is the Citavi picker, right? So I can add this, and here this part of it, I can actually go in order to add the web page as a reference or URL to my current Citavi reference. Okay, so this is what it is. So let's say I add in the web page. Okay, so now when I go back to my demo project, I should be able to see it in the reference. Okay. Thing is still not in yet. Okay, sorry about that. It doesn't seem to add in. Not sure whether it went to the other. Wait, hold on. Ah, okay, it's my mistake. Let me just go back. Okay, sorry, because of the project. So let me go back to demo project. Okay, so I add this as a reference. Sorry about that. You have to select the project. I didn't realize I selected this. So here, if you go now, so you can actually see from Science Direct. So it actually shows you whatever that I have indicated, right? I picked based on it and it's added. I can actually go in, let's say, based on certain ones. I can go to Citavi Picker and I can say, okay, add selection as a quotation, keyword, table of content, whatever that is necessary, or as an abstract as well. So this is also possible. So if I go back to my demo project, if I go to my content, so I will see this in the abstract as well. So this is where the Citavi Picker becomes easy to do, that you are able to select whatever is necessary in order to add on to Citavi as well. So it can be in any form as long as it's online, right? I'm just went into Science Direct, but it can even be a normal website. You're going into a website, you're looking at certain parts. So once you have installed, it is supported in IE, Firefox, even in regards to Safari and also Chrome. So the installers are there in order for you all to be able to download and take a look at it. Okay, that's basically on Citavi. in regards to a general way of looking at all the features, what is available in Citavi from your reference to your text to knowledge and task. Is there any questions that you all are looking at specifically? So this is based on the keyword. You have labels, selected attachment. All this comes in based on, different types. You have different reference types. You can actually select based on that. So let's say if I select based on book, then it will show you only the selected reference based on book. So this is like kind of like searching as well. So this is on the reference type. You can even look based on reference with PDF, right? So there's only one reference with PDF. So that's what it looks at. If there is online address, DOI and everything, so it selects. So right now, of course, I only brought in a few, but if you have like a huge, data set here with a lot of references, this becomes very useful when you do the search. So that is why with regards to, you can even put based on groups. So if you have a certain group, you have defined the references based on a certain group, then you can actually search and select and filter based on that. It actually makes it easy. So you can create new groups, right? Open the different groups and tend to see, okay, these are the different parts of it. So you can even look based on person and organization, right? So if let's say, the authors based on it, it shows you all the references based on the details as well. Okay, that's basically it. The desktop, okay, so let me make this clear. When you purchase Citavi, right, you will get both the web, you can use the web and also the desktop. The DB server is the one that is separate. So the desktop version looks very much similar. Wait, let me, I'll stop sharing this just to show you all. One minute, I am starting up the Citavi. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is, it looks similar, right? So this is actually the desktop version. Okay, so in this part of it, when you open project, so you have both the cloud and the local. Okay, so you can indicate where the local project is going to be. The folder, there is a default folder, but then you can put in based on the default. If you want it to be on your network drive, it's also possible. So this is where you can go in order to look based on the thing. Okay, so if I open up, say for instance, just for you all to see. Okay, so it's opening up. It's just another project. So you can see I created different projects, right? A new project now for demo, but as you can see, you do not see this in this this part of it because it's actually on a desktop. So it doesn't integrate that. If I do it on there and this gets inside here, so you can see all this same thing. You have reference, knowledge, and task. Right, so all these details will be here as well. So it shows you what will be your different tasks, current tasks, what you need to do based on that. So in the knowledge part, you can actually see based on your different comments, you have insert subheadings and so forth. All that is there. Same thing with your reference. You have overview, your reference part. You have content. in the desktop, the content and context actually is the same. In the web, it's all in one page. We just put it as content, but in this part of the desktop, there is content and context, right? Context is basically all your different categories. Content is more your abstract table of content, evaluation and so forth. Of course, you have your quotation and comments as well. So everything is here based on that. So in this part of it, if you have direct quote, everything, same thing, information comes back the same as well. So the reference as well, local file based on the detail. So you can indicate, right, new reference by hand, retrieved by ID, you can import online search. So same information available. It's just that on the web, it's more structured because it's a later version, the Citavi web. So whereas the desktop was a much earlier version. So it's a bit more kind of like just like a normal desktop application, whereas on the web, it's more structured and it's cleaner. It has a cleaner look. So you're able to see the information much more easier. Okay. Okay, so that's basically it on introduction to Citavi. I believe, Edward, can you let me know? I think it's a 30 days version, right? We have for trial. I think Edward has. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, there is a trial version. I'm just not sure of the time. I think it's a 30-day trial version that y'all can download. We can send y'all the link as well for those who have registered because we have your email IDs. So if you want to test out, it's a full-blown version actually for you to test out the whole thing in regards to seeing how this will be useful in your research or publication purpose. Any questions?
Hi.
Hi.
There is also a free version of Citavi, right?
Free version?
I Googled it and it looks like you can download it for free, but with some limitation. Is that right?
I think that is the student version, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, I see. Okay, okay.
Yeah. As far as I know, hold on, 1 minute. Yeah, that is free. No, that's actually the, yeah, it's a free trial. There's a free trial, but let me check. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so it's actually more like a student version, but you do have that. But if you have more than 100 references, you cannot save the change. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, okay, okay,
Yeah,
right.
okay. So yeah, you can actually use the Citavi free, but we feel yeah, you will come to a part where you're going to hit the limitation, and there will be some part that is the new parts are not added in the Citavi free. There's some new things coming in for the Citavi part. So you can download the Citavi free, but you can also download the trial version for you all to see the full capability of Citavi. But if you can go on using Citavi free, but if it hits to a certain limitation, then you would need to look at the actual version of Citavi. But you can go ahead. I think it is it's on the, yeah, let me put up for you all. It's not an issue. Wait, hold on. I will go into your chat. Okay, I think it's here. Okay. You all can check it out. But there is a trial version. The trial is for 1 minute. Because last time it was 14 days, but they changed now. Okay, the trial is for 30 days. You have both for the web and also the Windows, where they give you one, the web trial gives with 1 GB of storage. So it's a lot of documents that you can add on. So it's a 30 days thing. Okay, let me put in for you all the trial as well for you all to try out if you all are interested. Okay, this is on the trial part. Are you all using, yeah, just curious to know, are you all currently using any reference management tools like EndNote or Zotero or whatever?
I'm using Mendeley.
Okay, using Mendeley, okay. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if there is no question, we will end the session. Anything you all can come back to, you can email, this is our email address, or even Edward. Edward is the sales rep for Citavi. So you all can contact, because sometimes maybe you want to have a session just for your university. We also do that. But if you all have any questions, as you all are doing the trial, you can send to okay, this is the tech support. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you for joining for today's session. And I would like to also mention that next Tuesday, we will have another session that is about Smart PLS. So whoever that is interested, you can just email me, or some of you already have my mobile number, just text me. I will send you the survey form, the sign up form for you, and you can just sign up from there. Right, okay. And thank you again, and everyone have a nice day.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Hi, Dr. Ong.
Yes, hi, yeah. Dr. Ong, are you attentioning this to us?
Yes. I just wondering that just now you say next Tuesday we're going to help about the Smart PLS workshop, right? So
It's
I'm
not a,
wondering
it's
that
actually a web,
it's
it's actually a webinar, the Smart PLS, just like today, just to show an introduction, because not many people know about Smart PLS, but we do have workshops that it's like a training workshop that we charge for Smart PLS. We did,
right.
yeah, so if you want, Edward can, sorry?
No, what I'm trying to say that for your organizations, were you going to help any about the webinar regarding about, like, for example, some e-views, something like e-view, and go more deeper in the advanced levels about regression, some things like
Okay.
that. Thank you.
Right. Okay, like even like e-views, okay, all these solutions, right? When we do the webinar, it's very high level because we're just doing an introduction. We don't go more than 1.5 hours, but we do have training sessions that we can organize online, right? Or on site. Where it is, yeah, it is maybe sometimes the online training session we have like half a day, 4 hours, right? We also have a full day. So we have the basic training workshop as well as the advanced. So like e-views, we have basic, but we can go into advanced as well. Usually sometimes advanced, it depends on the customer. They indicate that they want certain topics and so forth. So we customize based on the topic. Hello.
All right. Hello. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.